What's up, y'all? Coach Jan here at CrossFit Liberate. Excited to be with you again for another at-home workout. Today is September 11th, 2020, and today's workout is called Never Forget. So this is a memorial workout for those that lost their lives on September 11th, 2001. We've got a buy-in on the run, a 2001 meter run buy-in, and then we're gonna go into 4 rounds of some odd object clusters and odd object bent over rows. And in order to preserve the meaningful numbers here for the rounds and reps, I'd like you to maintain those numbers and instead adjust your load and movement variations. And then overall, we expect this workout to take somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. All right, let's take a look at our warm-up for Never Forget. Here we're gonna go 2 rounds, 30 seconds of shuttle runs, into 30 seconds of slow air squats, (30 seconds of a hollow hold. Feel free to bend one leg or both legs to achieve that hollow shape. And then 30 seconds of single leg glute bridges, 30 seconds on each side here. And then for our mobility work, we're gonna go 45 seconds each side of an odd object ankle stretch. Again, trying to push that knee way out over the toe and really stretch out that ankle. And then we'll go into 45 seconds each side of a wall turn back stretch. All right, let's take a close look at Never Forget. So for time today, buy-in is a 2001 meter run. Then we'll go into 4 rounds, 9 odd object clusters, and 11 single arm odd object bent over rows per arm. So today's workout honors those who lost their lives in the attacks of September 11, 2001. Each number has its own meaning. 2001 meter run is the year, 4 rounds is the number of planes, 9 clusters is the month, and 11 single arm odd object bent over rows is the day. The workout begins with a buy-in on the run, which only happens once. Once the run is complete, you'll work through 4 rounds of clusters and bent over rows. To preserve the meaningful numbers of this workout, let's try to adjust the weights and variations instead of the rep schemes. The intended time range for this workout is between 20 and 30 minutes. On the run, let's aim for a 10-minute effort here. If you're unsure of the exact distance, use an online running measurement tool, or simply run out for 5 minutes and run back for 5 minutes. On the odd object clusters, choose a weight that allows you to clear the station right around 1 minute 30 seconds for the 9 reps. Note that there is no rebend of the knees overhead in the thruster portion of the movement. For the single arm bent over rows, within the workout, this should be a station you can clear on each arm unbroken with the same weight as the clusters. Adjust reps or choose from a variation listed in modifications to match that recommendation. And then as always, further movement subs are in the video description below. All right, focus for our movements today, starting with the run, will be the knees. Just like a box jump, this movement involves a lot of landing. The height isn't as high, but the number of times the feet are making contact with the ground is much more frequent than the box jump. It wouldn't make sense to jump and land on a box with locked legs or feet in front of the body. When we land on a box, there's a natural absorption of our body weight through a soft knee bend. Aim for this soft knee bend when running today. A soft knee to absorb each step is easier on the joints and lead to more efficient running. On your clusters, let's think about 3 parts: the pull up, the pull under, and the drive overhead. The goal of the pull-up movement is to train a vertical weight path by getting the load under the shirt. The closer the load is, the better control we have of the weight. The goal of the pull-under movement is to train aggressiveness and accuracy in the turnover of the squat clean. And the goal of the drive overhead is to establish a balanced dip position before launching the load off the shoulders with the lower body. And then with our odd object rows, let's think about a big squeeze. We want to squeeze the legs tightly and pull the shoulders back, and then hold that tension with your body in a super solid hinge position, making for a rigid structure against which the arms can pull. This tension will also serve as a barrier against a big shoulder turn, which we want to avoid here. We want to see the shoulders stay square to the hips and to the floor. All right, so with this workout, the buy-in on the run matters a lot less in terms of your overall score than the clusters and the bent over rows. So I want you to treat that buy-in just like that, just like a buy-in, just kind of getting warmed up and getting into the workout, and then putting your intention with your intensity on the clusters and the bent over rows. You're not gonna get stuck on that run, but you might get stuck on the clusters and bent over rows if you go out a little bit too hot on that run. So the clusters and the row represent an opportunity to kind of work with some intensity on the clusters and then kind of catch your breath on the rows. So bring a lot of effort and intention on moving quick and hard on those clusters, knowing that that odd object bent over row is a little bit of a recovery piece. All right, y'all, make sure you really get after this thing. As always with CrossFit, we want to bring some intensity to our work. And then make sure you're tracking your progress with your workouts somehow, whether it's with a notebook or with an app like SugarWOD. We want to be showing some progress over time. That's how we know we're getting fitter. And then if you plan on coming back to the gym in person, cannot wait to coach you in real life.